is Noor Ashamiti Misri. I am from Faculty of Business and Management, UITM. Bachelor degree of Business Administrations, Hons, Finance. I'm from Group Class JBE 2425E. And my lecturer names for this subject is Madam Yusrizawati binti Muhammad Yusuf. So, today, I want to make a presentation video for my individual assignment for subject Issue and Ethics in Finance with the codes FIN657. It is about the ethical dilemmas and unethical behaviors. So my topic is about whistleblowing system to preventions of financial reporting and management frauds with ethical behavior. So, I would like to start with the introductions. So nowadays, many big companies are finally revealing the cheats that happens inside the company. So therefore, the whistleblowing system have fascinated the world attention today, since the example of the cases about the Enron who have manipulated his financial statements in order to perform well in their business. So, whistleblowing is also one of the best way to identify frauds in the act of fraud detection, in addition to implementing an audit methods that is very efficient in detecting frauds. We can see that whistleblowers' reports is definitely not a blank report whose details can be engineered, but it is a report that must meet a certain requirements in order to perform a reporting in a whistleblowing framework. Whistleblowing framework such as that it can be further processed. Moreover, the research has consistently described whistleblower as the most effective sources of frauds detection as the huge investment companies around the world. So they have turned into fraud detection tools, process, and structures. Regulators around the world have underlined the importance of whistleblowing in identifying and deterring organizational corruptions and corporate frauds since the financial scandals of the early millennium. So, whistleblowing is one of the detecting fraud by the internal regulations of the management company. Ethical conduct in the business, it can be established. So, to ease the occurrence of the frauds, internal control plays an important role in the company, and successful internal control and the role of accountant, in other words, whistleblowing system can reduce the chances of unethical actions. So, the questions why the role of accountants is very important. This is because the people working in accounting related professions have a special chance of detecting frauds and are often in the position to observe tempered accounting. So they observe tempered accounting documents and circumstances internal controls directly or indirectly. Next is about what is a whistleblowing system. A whistleblowing mechanism encourages workers and the third-party providers to disclose misconduct, improper unethical actions on the workplace. So it typically refers as telephone services, although other reporting options are also added. Whistleblowing system can also be called as a speak-up line, ethics line, confidential reporting system, security line, fraud line, loss prevention line, and helpline. But usually, many companies run their own whistleblowing scheme internally administered. But many companies choose for an independent, externalized services to join or substitutes an internal hotline to help create trust and facilitate reports. We can see that many companies have been using whistleblowing system in many types of reasons. Firstly, companies also place whistleblowing system in a place so that workers can raise questions that can be inconvenient with a boss. This will help highlight critical questions that would otherwise not be revealed and can be reassure workers that their concerns are taken seriously. Other than that, the companies use this system to make risk intelligence. This is because some companies have no better resources of information than its employees. Corrupt and criminal activity is sometimes undetected, however, because the effects of reporting on current internet networks are feared by employees. This system can be an effective tool to reveal illegal or immoral activities by being properly enforced. So what we can see that companies also assign a high importance to risk informations provided by an efficient whistleblowing system. So lastly, whistleblowing systems have been used by the companies for reputational reasons. The security of a brand image is also a significant motivator for a company that wishes to launch whistleblowing system. The access by worker or third party to a company's reporting channels, they can choose to use alternate public channels. Next is about the whistleblowing system on preventions of financial reports and management frauds with ethical behavior. So based on my research and readings on the articles written by Imam David Pamungkas and the others with the titles of The Effects of the Whistleblowing System on the Financial Statements Frauds, which is the ethical behavior as the mediator. So based on my readings, the results and discussions from the article have stated that there is a positive effects on the fraud preventions of financial reportings with ethical behavior. It stated that the mechanisms of whistleblowing system will create a healthy working environment. So, the employee actions can be motivated to comply with the ethical values of the organization and observe them. The article has shown that the respondents' perceptions of the system's whistleblowing elements has been showing to affect their ethical actions. This is because respondent feels monitored by their own supervisors to make workers more compliant and comply with the company's code of ethics and do not want to violate it. It can be therefore be inferred that the greater the understanding of the whistleblowing scheme, the more obedient they would be to the code of corporate behavior, such that they will become ethical conduct. Based on my readings on the article's titles of Issue of Morality and Whistleblowing in Short Prevention Accounting, these articles have been written by Komang Adi Kurniawan Saputra and others. They have been using the examples of the village government in Buleleng Regency, Buleleng Regency is from Bali, Indonesia province, and they have collected 57 villages from 129 villages in Buleleng Regencies. They have proved that preventions from accounting fraud plays the vital roles of ethics. There is no mechanism that can regulate morality in order to work together to establish an open, accountable, and participatory governance for the conduct of everyone's in the entity. So, the article have said that in preventing frauds in any form that occurs in any organizations, especially in financial management, the morality of the organization apparatus is very significant. The mindsets of whistleblowers must be owned by all the company, since this can prevent the multiple frauds in the company effectively. Fraud suspects, for example, may feel afraid to or awkward committing the frauds because the nature of the whistleblowing. This seems to also use as a guideline for internal control systems because reporting by corporate member is one endeavor that can deter frauds. Next, based on my readings and research, I have conclusions and suggestions. So my conclusions is whistleblowings and morals have important positive impacts on the avoidance of fraud, financial reporting, and management. This indicates that the fraud's prevention is specifically influenced by the morality of the organization device. Similarly, there is also a beneficial impact of the whistleblowing mechanisms on the fraud prevention. This demonstrates that the organization mechanism to improve its management against a various frauds. Moreover, I suggest that to provide the whistleblowers with rewards and protections to facilitate whistleblowing of the corporate's wrongdoing, as the several jurisdictions have put in place regulatory strategies. One such solutions is to provide the whistleblower with a financial rewards if the report leads to an effective prosecution against the offending company through the regulatory enforcement. Therefore, whistleblowing system is an ethically behavior to prevent any fraudulence that happens in the financial reporting and management in the organization. So, based on my presentations, I hope everyone can gain knowledge and understandings about whistleblowers. So, that's all for my presentation video. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum and bye.